Is it?
Not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
Nice. Money. Man, I feel so bad to get rid of the Wumpty Dumpty Dome Center. But I feel like we're gonna have to.
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find the instigator here. Something else, perhaps?
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of Dolarianism?
Yes, we
Ooh.
all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are Dolarian in origin.
The woman looks by in silence, smiling enigmatically.
either I think we'll get either our degree or the Wumpty Dumpty Dome Center. We'll get rid of both of them, but we'll see which one first.
300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Muindi,
Effective property.
she
Here's some
is,
pretty
among
interesting
other
things.
things, the innocence of inter-isolary travel and the connected world. Many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene la Navigateur, Queen of Suresnes, modern-day Sir La Clé. Also that she was gorgeous beyond beauty. Terribly, women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man.
Ooh.
A simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman. She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state. A scalpel, a piercing gaze. She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual.
Hey, this is encyclopedia. What the
Midwinter
fuck?
snow was beating the
Come
cobblestones
on.
around her. A small attaché of officials stood by as her terriers placed a white gold wreath on her head.
Should get
The crowning was mostly
money for
witnessed
each
by secret servicemen.
dialogue.
One of the men in this secret service killed her 22 years later. A young man who had come to suspect that Dolores Day was not entirely human, but something else. Something that had walked in our midst, watching
the
us
passive
stumble
check?
for hundreds, if not thousands of
Bullshit.
years, until it decided to interfere in the course of our history. We were supposed to come up with this ourselves. The man was reported to have screamed at the innocents. Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times. The man, thought to be insane, said he once touched her and her body had been unnaturally warm, like a furnace, and that sometimes, while on duty, he observed her forgetting to breathe for over 10 minutes. This inhuman quality was witnessed by many others as well, glowing lungs and all. It is commonly attributed to mass hysteria and religious psychology. Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. Although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day. Constantly surrounded by her terriers, she was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
What?
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from Innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerated into secularism.
Nice.
Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well.
Problematic.
Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity.
Wow. Your character cut his beard? Oh yeah. We did do that in the, I think the, was it at the start of this day 4? I think it was the start of day 4, right?
Suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity.
Oof.
She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacific. Mare Interregnum.
What is that? I need to get a Hava.
Little
what
is
is a
known of
Hava?
her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes,
Have a nice
there
night.
is something lonely,
Wow.
and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her. This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Lieutenant Yefrater, you've stood there for over 5 minutes. What are you thinking of?
Glowing lungs, that's fucked up.
Yes, glowing lungs are quite unusual. After that one time, they have not been reported to glow. You know, this church, the coast, we shouldn't linger. Finish what you came here to do and let's move on. This isn't a good place to get lost in.
The shards gleam.
Yeah. Should have saved.
In white, this cradled in her arm, cold wind see as that bitter thought good call serves her right.
The old woman, it's a
On the coast of an
we should be
respectful.
Yes, we all are.
The woman looks,
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional.
despite no amount of the highest category in a way, and innocence is infallible. No, we are alone.
We missed the conceptualization check. And I
300 years, many things terribly. She was crowned.
do this
2 years
again.
Wow, that is why the lung, as did in a city, she was dressed
The
in a
visual
white
calculus.
And midwind, one of them, something. Dolores, this inhuman terror. Although she was the mess suggesting that she adored. Little is this.
Lieutenant, what are you thinking of? Yes, you know, this church,
This
the
one.
coast, we shouldn't linger.
The jigsaw
All
of
right.
broken shards falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one, and a text, a light motif below them both. Unknown. A motor carriage.
Really?
A gunshot. Someone falling into it. Or maybe just hooligans looking for something to break. The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden Reichsapfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen, her
I don't care. I don't care about crabmen.
Wow, she really doesn't. Not afraid, this one.
Have you seen any suspicious, say, a woman named
What?
Ruby?
No. No one's suspicious around here.
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
She is really locked into her work. Why are there so many
I
machines in
brought
this
them
place?
here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
Why do you need
I
an
use
antenna?
the AR1 as my RAIN prefix processing unit. Mm-hmm.
It's a radio computer, right? And the antenna is a
Yes.
processing unit?
You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
I know a little.
All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
What's
On the front,
air?
the unified front of radio waves. Licensed and controlled by Lintel in the East Insulindic region. It's all around us. That's what on air means.
Like love.
I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask
Above your pay grade at the moment.
Ah. Can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist.
you measure it by its surroundings. By that which does exist. Which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence. To find out where it begins.
Like dark energy? Do we want the date of birth generator? I don't know, I don't really like any of these thoughts too much.
Ha! Hydrotransducers. So that's what those water basins are. Devices for recording sound through water.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well. Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark. Most of the tower disappearing into the shade.
There's this place at the back of the church, a place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow. And the higher you go,
Here. Nice.
This trap's not too hard to spot, once you know what to look for. Keeping it hidden has not been. The reeds bend forlornly toward the sand. You see slabs of concrete north. In the east, the city center hums to you. The constant, distant song. Louder on this part of the coast. Nearer somehow. And there's that cold again. Always the cold. Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Empty as all of them.
Damn.
One more of these and we're done.
Boring,
I'm just
isn't it?
glad we haven't found some poor cat trapped in one of these.
Ah. Wait, there were 4 of them? Oh, right. The last one is the one that he just set up, like, right where we started.
Hi again. So, how are things going? And? What happened? Oh, man. Who is he? What did you think?
Seemed yeah, very
Really?
spiritual.
Interesting. What's he doing in the church? No matter. Is he going to be a problem? Yeah. Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we going to do about it?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
And guys, you'll never catch him. He told me he wouldn't mind the nightclub at all.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice friendly hyper time?
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light! Yeah!
Yeah!
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
Former lead programmer, yeah.
Programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub? Come on, man. Who will you trust? The spooky programmer or us? We just want to make the world a better place. Feel the love! Get down and feel it!
A half-hearted sell of something which does not seem worth buying.
You'll get there, believe me. When we've got our gear set up, things will be flowing and pumping. Anyway, now that it's settled, how did she seem? I mean, disposition-wise, about the dance club idea. Yeah, Oda 9. Rocking it or dropping it?
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world! And she doesn't like it at all!
Not
shame.
at all.
What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity? Unity! Dance! And you can't just evict her?
Look at you, Honour Man!
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music. The lines in the dark exist. Coexist.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like anodic dance music?
She absolutely does not.
Egghead cannot believe what she just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a moment, but then he
Damn.
returns to the full swing of it.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think? Excellent! Good luck, my friend. Goodbye, officer.
What is this check?
This young speed freak seems to know a lot. His look is intensely suspicious.
I'm doing what I can.
It's not easy for him. It probably took him years to get used to Andre. He looks like a well-thought-out individual. The synchronization might be worth it in the long run.
He helped me sign sense to help me contact the
Don't think
relationship.
so. Big bad frequencies are extremely negative. Thought suppression, dream implantation, memory
Damn.
revision. Pretty out there stuff. Not sure I want to get involved with it.
There is fear there, but also curiosity. He just needs a reason to help you.
Besides, our own signs aren't even synced yet. So how am I supposed to get you synced up with a big bad? It don't make any sense, lol lover.
The young man with
This is hardcore. Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega, internally coherent.
Encore! All right! Yeah!
he furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah! Is it though?
What?
But is it? I mean, really?
He's talking normally.
I am the mic enforcer. I am the chicks checker. Yeah!
What the
Hi
fuck
again.
was that?
So, how things go?
Goodbye, officer.
That was very weird.
Huh? Hi again. So, how...
A number of things don't add up.
Ooh.
Let's take a look. How about gather around, kids? The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you.
Nearly solved the puzzle that is Egghead. Yeah.
The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned. Their would-be leader is less amused.
Things
What
don't add up.
things? Fuck, man. It's difficult to get along with some people, but we're trying to make an effort. We are on a mission here.
You boys to keep sober
We
for
don't
this.
need drugs to be hardcore.
Shut the fuck up, Egg.
Eh,
Climb down from the equestrian monument, cop man. Consciousness is new to the universe. We all have our ways to ease the shock.
so does the cell need drugs more
We
than
know
you?
she has a problem, man. We're working on it. She didn't exactly have a smooth adolescence. What exactly is it you know?
Tent full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing drugs. Oh!
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
Where is his friend? Did he lose his friend?
What do you mean, friend? It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about
Monodynamic.
sound reproduction and anodic music. Other speaker.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one-speaker systems.
I have no
What do you
headphones.
know about spinning tape? Nothing.
You know, you pawed them, likely for the lab equipment.
I'm sorry, but there is no lab equipment and no drug ingredients.
Nose of it here is for his
He
acting.
said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
Likely pseudoephedrine, almost exactly the shape of ephedrine.
Oh yeah.
Ephedrine makes you happy, and so does pseudoephedrine.
No, they just unclog your sinuses, but they can be used to manufacture methamphetamine and other amphetamines if you have the right precursor.
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
No shit. That's... Come on, that's...
Punishable by summary execution.
It's not. What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing.
Good thing we've got an expert in the field. You know it.
Or else?
Or my cut will be 100%. Haven't you heard? I'm the dirtiest cop on
He
this side
thinks
of the
for a
river.
moment, then opens his mouth, but closes it again.
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not going to turn the church into the wickedest club in East Revershoal.
Because we are! We totally are!
We just got to turn it into a speed lab first.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up. No, man, they're spooky all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
Yep,
But
they
the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
admitted
Whatever you
it.
think is right, sir. But please, we were only trying to make a living.
This is it. Judgment time.
Oh yeah. Oh, we can arrest them. Give me your cash. Pack up and report. Ah. Let's do this clean. That would be an interesting idea, but I don't trust them.
No, please!
Oh.
There needs to be a club for anodic music in there. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're
Egghead
slaves,
more
and I
broken
can't.
than
We are
if you
running out
arrest
of
them.
time.
Old as you.
We need a win. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
Should we change our mind and say that we we arrest them instead?
Okay.
Pack it up, Meg.
He doesn't even look at you.
Kind of lame, I would say, but maybe for the better. Maybe we should have arrested them, or maybe we should have let them. No disco party, no party, no. All parties banned. We are a serious cop. You've made a grave mistake. Well, we will live with it, have we? Is it really cool if they we allow them to make the club? Call yourself a superstar cop. Hey man, the cop, the superstar cop has his limits, okay?
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot.
3%. Ugh. It would have been amazing. I've seen it. Damn it. Fine.
He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing.
We can literally, we can pull out the gun for summary execution. Oh my god.
Your hand moves, smooth and lightning fast.
I want to see
to the
this.
holster. You whip out the gun, as if you've done it before.
Wait! You can't just... You can't... We haven't...
This is so fucked up!
Uh,
This is not happening. Officer, please.
He's
oh.
almost as old as you.
There needs to be a club for Nordic music in there. Everyone hates each other. Everyone hates it. It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time. We need a win. I promise you this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
Noid surveys the situation, with his face pale and blank. His eyebrow is twitching.
Okay,
Alright.
man, okay. Don't do anything rash. We didn't mean to fuck you over. It was just impossible. Look at us. How are we going to pull a club out of our arse? We need starter capital, that's all. We were totally going to turn the church into the wickedest club for Anodic music in, like, ever.
In the fucking world, man!
Just like, before we do, we need to earn a bit of dough. Do some real work. Get things going, you know.
Get our fucking foot in the door.
Sell some fucking speed, okay? Produce and sell speed. Exactly. It was going fine. A month... No, man. They're spooked.
But the sign was wet.
We'll do whatever you think.
This is it. Judgment time.
Fine. We'll let them do it, but no speed lab.
Yeah!
I knew it. It's impossible now.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for Nordic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance.
So there was never gonna be a club in
There
there.
needs to be a club for Nordic music in there. Needs to. So we won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it
Sober and real and beautiful.
Okay. We'll try to do it without the drugs. We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels, and nothing but. I swear to God. Okay, Egg?
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
Goodbye, officer.
Straight all the way. Alright. Well, I think that's better. Marginally.
Hello again.
Try to use me to set up a drug
I
lab.
did, and I'm sorry. For what it's worth, which isn't much.
This is why I didn't go into the tent. Typical delinquency.
You don't
Oh,
get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it.
I don't care, I'm local.
Okay, but I still regret it. I should have been able to
The
control them,
greatest short we'll
and I
ever
will in the
make.
future.
Nice.
I promise. May I
Well,
ask,
thank you.
what did you tell them? Thank you. I'll get them under wraps, I promise.
Have you seen a red hair
No.
woman around?
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
Teenagers skulking around. Gang members looking for a hole in the Union's defenses. Maybe Ruby too. But she wouldn't be able to tell from here.
Doesn't look like a good sign.
Superstition. We can turn the grim desolation into a fun dance club, and thus also help turn this hellhole around.
I already maxed out empathy. Have an extra point, I just don't know what to do with it. Reaction speed? More interfacing for that. I get reaction speed so you have one of each. More interfacing for the bunker door. Any clothes? What for? Like the interfacing check or the empathy check there? It is a red check as well, so... Like the rhetoric, the opening the container with rhetoric was also an impossible check. Well, I still did it though. Specifically inevitable failure. Well, that's kind of fucked.
This is the last. The reeds by the abandoned campsite sway and tremble while the snow falls all around. It's good the cryptozoologists left. This isn't a very cozy place to stay night after night. The later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange, somehow. The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here. No locust, no phasmid either, but still.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there, I just see an empty trap.
The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others. Like someone or something picked the trap up and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground.
What if it ate it before it got out?
Perhaps our cryptozoologists have competition in the form of an actual entomologist, or someone else is sabotaging them. I could present more theories, but then I would be taking this on as a case, which I'm not.
What if there was a
Right.
phasmid?
Anyway, that's for the cryptozoologists to figure out now. We are not cryptozoologists. We are cops.
A cold gust of air.
Damn.
The reed. It's good the later it gets.
Oh well. We tried. Alright, let's see about her.
Yes, what is it? Anything work. Good.
Yeah, we can do a little bit suggestion. Heard egghead speech that increases our chance. Oh, that's so nice. We have anything that increases suggestion? Looks like we'll have to do it. Do it raw.
Yes, what is it?
Hey, what make...
Ah.
Yes, what is it?
Hey,
Really?
what makes the world go round?
Well, you know what? I think this is a good place to end this episode. We'll do that in the next one and we'll see where we go. It's been long enough already. In any case, hope you all enjoyed watching. Make sure you like, subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you next time. We're going to make. It has stopped working. Bye bye.